The world. Senator, thank you. Senator Gravel, same question. Other than Iraq, three most important enemies to the United States.
We have no important enemies. What we need to do is to begin to deal with the rest of the world as equals, and we don't do that. We spend more as a nation on defense than all the rest of the world put together. Who are we afraid of? Who are you afraid of? I mean, it is unbelievable. The military-industrial complex not only controls our government.
I got pneumonia right now. I didn't wear my coat. A lot of megaphoning. I made multiple appearances on 6, 8, 12. Issues that we all care about, instead of causing violence and giving the police an excuse to hurt us. That's not going to get us anywhere.
Do you believe that's what's going on here?
Yeah, and I'm also here planting seeds in the eyes of in the ears of the police, because they all got the 9/11 calls and didn't know what was going on when we got swarmed that night on October 25th, 2008. Sam Adams, by the way, has done nothing about this, and I'm going to see Adams at City Council April 21st. I'm going to see Adams on April 21st to bring up this issue, because we at least got to get out there and say something, not just put on a mask. I don't wear a mask. We don't need to do that. We have to evolve the 21st century. This is not the 13th century. There's ways to do things and ways not to do things, and I want to be a positive example in my community, so that's why I'm here.
Cool.
And where I am every single day. And you know, it's a universe of free will. You know, I believe the meaning of life is to discover for you what the meaning of life is. The path to the ultimate truth lies within. So my personal experience is not your personal experience as to why I do what I do, why I use my birth name, why I happen to be half Afghan, half white, where two worlds seem to be colliding, why I'm doing what I'm doing in this particular time-space reality, why I'm not afraid. And I've had a lot of things, near-death experiences, happen to me before I became an activist, where I felt there was a hand that was protecting me and guiding me. When I had troubles when I was young, and there were things that had happened to me when I was young that made me grow up and mature at a very young age, in my teenage years, having to move around from place to place, having abusive parents, to a certain degree, although my relationship is a little bit better with my mother today. But the reality is I had to learn to be self-sufficient and spiritual, to seek answers in my own way, and that's what I was doing as a teenager. And it was then, and also when I was younger, that I began to have visions about the future, which is why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. It's like I was born, or I came out of the womb to speak about what I'm speaking about, and to do it without fear, because I'm being directed by something. It's not a matter of claiming you're a prophet or that you're a Messiah. This is happening to many of us. We're all interconnected. It's not about the ego or saying, I am right, you must follow me. We're starting to tap into something that's real, and it's hard to define with language. Language limits exactly what this is. And we're all awakening to different things. We awaken to things that we need to awaken to. Personally, I believe in our soul's evolution. I do believe in past lives, future lives, perhaps simultaneous lives. Time, after all, is an illusion, but I'm starting to become more aware of things and receive even more, and at an accelerated rate, God shots. When I think about someone, Facebook, technology sometimes interacts with us on a spiritual level. When I see someone's face that I don't know or have never seen or haven't talked for some time, people sometimes constantly add me on Facebook, I will see them or bump into them on the streets. But what I want to pass on to you is that I've chosen to do what I'm doing because I'm not afraid of being murdered, because I do believe there are many of us out there that are being protected and guided by a higher force. And that this is a spiritual battle, and you can choose to believe or not believe. It's a matter of free will. And I'm offering this information to those that are really listening, that are open to who I really am and what my soul is saying right now. I can't necessarily get in this space when I'm doing my TV show or my radio show. There's too much going on. There's people there looking for news, but I feel I need to speak for my soul right now. And it's not about the police state. It's not about the New World Order. It's not about they're all going to kill you. It's about we are powerful, angelic, spiritual beings that are here to change the world. We are here right now in this particular time-space reality, about to witness whatever's going to happen, whether you identify with 2012 being significant or not. We can all agree, can we not, that our planet is changing. We're facing environmental degradation, resource depletion, yet we're awakening at a more accelerated rate. There's more information available at our fingertips than ever before. Why? Why? Why are we aware of so many different concepts that generations before? Information. They didn't have access to information like this. I've never been attacked. I've never broken a bone. I've never had a death threat. I have always been poor than dirt. But I have never been hungry. I have never been homeless. I have never gone over the edge. There's always been this protecting force, I believe, that's been working through me, around me. I also know there are demons out there that have attacked me as well and try to lead me, myself, astray. And so for my own spiritual evolution, I have to remember this is never going to be about me. You know, I've never felt that way. I see other people do that, and I look at them and go, I'm going to take what I want, leave the rest, and leave the ego aside. But there's something interdimensional, and you can take that in whatever way you want going on this planet. And we're tapped into one particular frequency collectively, but individually we're tapped into the frequencies that we choose to be tapped into, like a radio station. You can choose to listen to messages that promote death, torture, rape, and destruction. Or you can choose to dial into that radio station where you're hearing truth, love, a higher sense of a higher level of awareness and consciousness. But it's a matter of choice. And by acknowledging that you're protected, that you're going to be guided in the right space, into the right area, that gives it even more power. I know the crash is coming. I have very little money, but yet I've been guided and I've been provided a platform to speak to the world with technology. There's got to be something you can say about that. There's got to be something you can say about not getting a death threat. There's something about living a life where everyone you want to interview, you get them. Every time you go to a protest with a megaphone, the police don't touch you. Everything that you seek and you really desire, if it's for the greater good, you receive. And so my message to you is, there is a storm that's coming. There is great destruction coming to our country and our planet. And by possessing the spiritual wisdom, not the dogma, you have the keys that can break the codes of the matrix. And it's a matter of a choice. It's a little bit more complicated than a blue pill or a red pill analogy. But the analogy, the Matrix, is a very famous movie, very well received, because it hits you right here. It hits you right here. And I know there's a lot of people that have heard me over the years talk about a lot of things, but the reality is a person cannot unhear something once they've heard it. They may glare at me now in the streets, but at least they remember what I've said. And I've done all of this out of love. So I'm leaving you tonight, folks. I want you to know where my strength truly comes from. It doesn't come from being armed. I do not carry a weapon. It doesn't come from having a lot of money. That's not how I do my show. I do it for free. Thank God I don't have to have any money. I don't even have my own camera. Well, thanks to David, this cameraman here. He actually helped me upgrade, and I actually have a little camera. Thank you, David. But by having good people in my life, David and Gunnar, my best friend since high school, and other people, I'm starting to realize that it's about community. It's about friendship. And that's the therapy. If you watch my YouTube channel, you'll see that we were cooking a couple weeks ago, and it's about enjoying the moment as much as you can, because the New World Order wants you sick, it wants you depressed, and in the end it wants you to kill yourself and kill others. I truly believe this with every fiber in my being. It wants us to self-destruct. If you want to be revolutionary in this world, you have to learn how to do the opposite. That is all, my friends. AlexAnsary.com. More info coming up in the future.